Okay, here's part 2 of my Asuras Wrath, or of Asuras Wrath for the Xbox 360 and PS3. But I was going to talk about the characters. I already basically told you about Asura, where oh yeah, also I guess I can tell you a little bit more about Asura. Asura has like this really big temper, like huge temper. It's probably basically how you feel inside when you want to beat the crap out of somebody, but you can't, or you can't do it like this intense. But he has a huge anger problem and really doesn't listen to anybody. He basically just charges into battle without really thinking. And he thinks that fighting will basically solve his problems. But he's basically fighting to protect his daughter and his wife. So, that's why he's noble. But, and then his, you don't really see his wife that much. But, his wife's called Duraju or something. I can't really pronounce her name, but you don't really see his wife that much. You only see her for a few parts in the game, but she seems really sweet and nice, and, and she takes care of Magara, which is Azura's daughter. But you don't really see her in that much, since she dies in the first episode. You just see her for a little bit. And then, Azura's daughter, Majra, I can't really say her name, but Mazara or something. She's basically the priestess, where she helps, basically save the world and does a salvation or whatever that word is. Basically, cleanse it all. Get rid, basically make it all new and clean. Her main role is basically to save the world. But Asura doesn't want her to do that because it causes her pain and stuff. And he doesn't want to see her daughter in pain because when she was a baby, he doesn't really know what to do when she cries. So when you make her cry, he gets really mad. But her main role in this game is basically to cleanse the world in salutation or whatever. But like I said, Asura doesn't like that. He gets all mad and stuff. He probably just wants her to live a normal life. But she was chosen to be the priestess and save the world, yada yada yada. But that's basically her role, and she's perfectly fine with it. She's like, well, as long as I can protect you, Father, then I'm happy. But like I said, Azura doesn't want that. But and then he got his own master, Asuras, I think. Basically, he just loves to fight. He just fights to fight. He doesn't fight for good. He doesn't fight for evil. Even though he's one of the guardians, and helps keep the world safe. He just loves to fight, and you can tell that but he basically just loves to fight. He even said that this is how he describes life. You eat, you have a good fight, you drink a lot, and you have sex with women, basically. That's basically how he wants life. So he's not really that complicated. He's basically just here in this world to fight. And let's see, I can't say the leader. I can't say the name of him. His name starts with a D, like Deasis or something. He's basically the leader of the Guardians. But then they become the seven deities after they banned or knocked down Azura's Wrath in the Nevada. They become the seven deities, which is they're basically like gods now. But let's see. But he's basically what he wants to do is basically power the Bahama with human souls to kill the Vishra to have the rebirth of the world. So I guess there's no more fighting and stuff. Because the Guardians, going to be known as the deities or whatever, and after the ban Azura, have been fighting with the Graba or whatever for, I guess, human souls, and just to protect Earth. But yeah, he basically just wants to kill, basically save the world and kill, and he'll do whatever it takes possible cleanse the world and do, you know, he'll kill 7 trillion people and just to kill this huge monster, which like you honestly think you could do something else. But that's basically what he'll do whatever it takes, and he's not gonna be the emperor. But yeah, and then Yusuke or whatever, he's basically Azura's rival. But they in my opinion, they're like rivals and friends. But I guess like he's the reasoner. He thinks before he acts. He's also the uncle to Azura's Wrath daughter. That too. And he goes along with the plan. So all the 7 guardians do, but he basically goes along the plan and doesn't question it till later in the game, and then he does the right choice and basically fights with Asuras later in the game to save his daughter. But yeah. And then they got I can't remember. They got Olga, which is basically the only female guardian. She's basically just wants to the gods permanently. She'll do whatever it takes. Like, she's basically deity's right hand man or woman in this case. But and then they got this tactical genius, Robos or something. He's basically the technician, and you know, thinks of strategies to kill, you know, to do stuff. And then they got this big guy called Wubu or something, and he's probably the weakest of the Guardians, and he basically thinks that size will conquer all, like size is strength, but that's all that I can remember from the people. And then let's see, I talked about the characters, I talked about the gameplay, I talked about the story. The music is freaking amazing. I think the music in this game is probably one of the best parts. I mean, it's like Oracle or whatever that word is, or Oriental or whatever. I can't really say the word, but it's like that. It's really it's probably one of some of the. If there wasn't Azura's Wrath soundtrack, I'd probably buy it because this is some really good music. It fits the game really well. It fits the action drama, epic stories really really well. I really love it. See, you can probably hear some of it right now. It sounds pretty good. And this is only the menu music. You should hear some of the boss fight music. It's really beautiful. But okay, I talked about the music. What else can I talk about? I talked about the characters. I talked about story. I talked about the gameplay. Oh yeah, and as you can tell, these graphics are probably one of the best that you'll see in a game. It's like a mix between anime and manga and a graphic novel. It's a really unique art style, and it fits the game really well, and the story and stuff fits it really well. But what else can I say? Oh yeah, also in the story, basically the people pray to the guardians or whatever. They basically pray to die so that their souls will be taken to heaven, but they don't know that their souls are used to power the Brahmista to kill the Vishra or whatever. So yeah, basically all humanity basically just sits there and die and lets wait for the guardians, soon to be known as the deities, to take their life, and it's kind of sad. But let's see, what else can I talk about? I will talk more about this in my part 3 video for this review, so I'll see you then.